Hey everyone, it's me, Shiny. I'm back. It's been a month since my last upload, and before that it was 3 months, and before that it was 2 months. Yeah, it has been quite some time, I would say, since I have started to consistently upload. I wanted to make another update video just because I've been leaving you guys kind of in the dark for a little bit. At best, I've uploaded monthly, and that has only happened for the past 2 videos. I just kind of want to make it a little video explaining what I'd like to do going forward, maybe a bit more on why I've been busy. And I didn't just want to make it another update video. I don't really want to give you guys that sort of just, hey, this is a reminder, I am not uploading still. No, I at the very least would like to give you guys a bit of content while I rant a little bit about my life. And I felt like the best possible thing for me to come back to would be a playthrough of my favorite game of all time, a bit of what my channel has been branded around, and I have not uploaded a single bit of, Punch-Out! The original game with Mike Tyson. This was the one I grew up with. I actually have not played the Wii version, even though apparently it's goated. I guarantee you I'm gonna check that out at some point. My friend Charlie wanted to play it with me, so maybe we'll do a little. Maybe we could do another tandem video, boys. You remember that? Remember when we did Plants vs. Zombies? How long ago was that? Like a year? 2? 3? I don't even remember. Let's just jump into it. I will have to apologize in advance. I'm recording this on a webcam because I do not have the technology to record that thing right there. I don't know what it takes. There's not really an Elgato for the NES, you know what I mean? I feel like I'm gonna take this. Everyone knows Glass Joe. He's like the tutorial. I think I'm going to use Glass Joe as my grounds for ranting and then play through the rest of the game casually. First things first, where I've been, I'd like to say it's been school. I would, because finals have just wrapped up for me. I've been studying a bit for them, but truth be told, I have time after school. I do. And to be completely honest with you guys, I think the biggest reason why I haven't been uploading that much recently, it's just been stress. Sometimes you get demotivated. It's very easy to fall into a trap, I'd say, of just not wanting to upload content. Even if you're not doing YouTube as a job, I feel like it's very easy to fall into this trap of treating it like one. Like, every second I have free time, it feels like I'm just thinking about, oh, what I could upload next. And truth be told, I don't think that's a very healthy mindset to go into YouTube casually. I think it's just been demotivation. And as poor of an excuse as that is, I feel like now that school's been wrapped up for the semester and I can sit down and have so much less on my plate, I'm gonna be able to pump out content so much faster than before. Another just little small thing I guess I could just say is that the content I've been making has been fun to like edit, but trimming, just watching that 8+ hour recording session me and my friends usually have, it isn't the most enjoyable thing in the world, I won't lie to you. I think an example would be, a while back I had a Minecraft server with my friends that I made an entire resource pack for. That's one of my more proudest works, because not only did I make like a solid upload, it was like I had pre-work for that, like, oh, me and my friend Ray are gonna make a resource pack from like scratch and like figure out how that works. It's also that the editing process itself, as fun as it is for me to do, a lot of my videos have been in a similar sort of format where it's just me and my friends and funny text on screen if they say something silly. It's not that that type of video format isn't fun to do, but I think one of my favorite things to do on YouTube is the first person content I've been doing. Like, as much as I don't know if I'm gonna do another one because it was a lot of work, the Delsum montage I made in Street Fighter was one of my favorite works because it took like months to make, but I'd say the end result was worth it. Another one I'm really happy about how it turned out was the Kano video I made, where I just showed everyone why I like Kano so much, why he's my favorite character, and that was just me talking. And in a way, this is also just me talking. This type of content is something I'd like to try a little bit more. I don't want to just have videos of me and my friends, you know? I hope you guys would be okay with me trying a couple new strategies out like that for video making techniques. And yeah, I'm gonna be experimenting a little bit this summer. I think I'm going to be trying a bunch of different content. There's this series I've wanted to start. Can I guard break him? Okay, there we go. I'd like to make a lot more single content, I guess. And I guess what I can say for upcoming content, I've been playing a lot of Pokemon recently. A while back I did a Pokemon Nuzlocke. It was a randomizer, and I didn't really have that much fun with it because like I lost instantly. So I tried a normal one a few months ago, and that's like a 20+ hour recording session. That was like weeks. I think you guys are gonna like that. I'm gonna edit that into one big. I'm gonna make that into one big video, and I hope you guys would be interested in that. I know Nuzlocke content has sort of been popping off recently. We'll see how it does. I'm pretty happy about it. I found like shinies in that Nuzlocke, dude. There were some crazy moments that I had in that Nuzlocke. And as you can see in front of me is the man himself, my brand. God, look at how handsome he is, dude. That handlebar mustache, what I wouldn't pay. I'm gonna get this frame as much as I can. I'm gonna damage him a bit so I can see if I can knock him out like that. This is one of the things I like about Punch-Out. There's more KO animations in this game than you think. You can get them with a Star Punch animation. You can kill them with a Gut Punch, and they'll have a unique KO animation. You can kill them with an Up Hit, and they'll do a funny animation. Definitely with like a lot of the later opponents, you usually don't see a lot of those because you're just focused on winning because the game's a little hard. But yeah, one of my favorite parts about Punch-Out is just, it is more replayable than you think. It's addicting. I won't lie to you. It's like a rhythm puzzle, like it's I don't know how I would describe Punch-Out because it's kind of a puzzle game, right? Because you gotta figure out what they're weak to, it's weird. I don't know what I'd call Punch-Out. It's satisfying though. Like I'd say it took me a while as a kid learning the controls and like the feel of the game, because if I just threw this game onto like, hey, you should play this right now on Nintendo Switch online, just play it. It's a game that takes a little bit to get the hang of, because like there's some things like you can dodge punches, right? But you can also quick dodge punches like that. And that's just something you have to get a feel for, because I can't describe how to do one of those. You don't learn that I didn't learn that, at least until like Macho Man, which is like the second to last opponent in the game. I guess while we're watching Little Mac do a little bit of schmoovin', I could mention that there's a little bit of a series I'd like to try on YouTube where, speaking of the Pokemon content, I've been thinking about making these little mini analysis videos on like Pokemon that people don't really talk about a lot. Like, one of my favorite Pokemon of all time is like Sigilith, and other ones would be like Parasect or something like that. I'd just like to make a little bit of a video, like series about Pokemon that I like that people don't really talk a lot about. I think that'd be kind of fun. That would be uploads I can make quick too. That would be like only a couple minutes. That wouldn't just be easy to make. That would be fun to make. I hope you guys would be interested in something like that. And now we're in the second third of the game, which would be starting the major circuit with Don. I've been learning some speedrun strats for this game. Like, the earlier circuit I'm not that fast at yet because a lot of the opponents are just slow in general, and it's like weird to try to speedrun them, but like a major circuit onwards, I think I have a pretty good idea on how to beat these guys relatively quick. In case you're not familiar with Don, he's this fighter that just you cannot hit until you hit him and he tries to counterattack. Like, watch. You'll hit him, and then he immediately counterattacks, and that's the only way you'll hit him. And there's like no way to get star punches off of him. That's what I thought my first playing. There's like no way to get stars, because this is the only way you're doing damage. And something I learned, if it isn't obvious, something I learned as a kid is that if you just keep hitting alternate punches left and right, it's an infinite, and he will always go down to this. He won't be able to retaliate if you do that. It's a bit of an infinite. I don't know why that works, but it's a little funny. And then when he gets up, I found out you actually can get star punches on him. That is the only way I've been able to get star punches on him. And it instantly knocks him down when he's goading you like that. There is one other way to get stars. I'm gonna try to get it. It's hard. On the last frame before he would block your hit like that, you have to hit him, and that's how you'd get a star punch. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get it before I tire myself out like that, but it's like a tight window. Yeah, there we go. There, and that is how you get. That is another way to get a star on him, but that's really hard to time. Like I was trying to get that for like minutes. But you can actually do what's called a buffer, because this game has a generous buffering system. Here, I'm gonna do a little visual analysis here. By holding left and punch just as the fight starts, you are buffering a punch, which is the B button, and a dodge, which is the left direction, you're buffering 2 buttons. And what the game says to do with that is that it's gonna buffer a punch and then a dodge as soon as it can after the punch. And coincidentally, after doing that, if you do a quick dodge, you will always be in the right timing to get a star punch from Don. I'm gonna see if I can get it on my first try and show you guys what I mean, but you can knock him out really fast like this. Okay, that didn't quite work. There we go. See? I'm not crazy, it works. And something I learned after you do this is that if you knock him down after this, he'll respawn with very little HP. So you can knock him down really quick. And fun fact about this, I don't know exactly when it happens. I'm assuming it's under like 20 seconds, but if you do this whole thing in under 20 seconds, he is gonna stay down for a KO. God knows how the KO mechanic works in this game. I have never been able to get KOs consistently on anybody but Don and Glass, and that's just because they have strategies like this. Honestly, not a big fan of Hippo. Not a big fan. All he is a knowledge check. Like, look, you cannot hit him. He's like impenetrable. Only when he throws a punch where his mouth is open can you hit him and drop down his pants. And you can't hit him in the face or anything like that. You have to hit him in his stomach, and only when he opens his mouth. And he doesn't do that often. Imagine he's a nightmare for speedrunners too, because you just have to hope he throws a mouth punch, and he's screwing me over right now. He's not hard. You just have to wait. And he's like luck-based. I don't really get a consistent time on him like I do other guys. He's fun though. I like his design. Now this fight, Great Tiger's a fun one, because I have an easy way to farm stars off of this guy. You can do it when his jewel is blinking like this, and that's okay. It's just not that fun, you know what I mean? You can do it. And I think if you do it before a minute, he gets up on the count of 1. So you can always knock him down again. If you fight an enemy in Punch-Out that wakes up on the count of 1, they will always get insta-killed by a star punch. Now, there's another part of this fight I haven't been talking about yet, and that's these uppercuts he's throwing. I found a very funny way to get stars on him. I may just lose to Bald Bull just to show you guys it, because it's pretty funny. Okay, you see that when I get gut punches on him? Every single time he throws an uppercut, if you punch him in the direction that he's crouching, you can put him in an infinite loop of star punches. And this is just one of my favorite discoveries I've made with this game. Okay, now we're gonna absolutely destroy this guy. Bald Bull is another one of those guys where you can get the first knockdown pretty quickly. He starts immediately punching, and if you throw a second one, you'll counter his second hit. And if you I'm kind of messing it up. But if you saw that, if you get a star punch on him, the startup it takes for a star punch is in direct correlation to when he starts an attack, so it will land. Crap. Yeah, there we go. You see that? Like, the time it takes him to start up an attack, you can throw a star punch off, and after he gets hit, he'll do another punch, so you can get a star, and then repeat that cycle. You can just get a lot of stars off of him. He's actually one of the few opponents in this game that'll start dodging your star punches like that. So one of the ways I've learned to get a star punch on him, here we go, we're gonna try it. Got it. If you dodge the first one, he'll go back and do a second one. The second one's a lot easier to counter. I almost have, off of childhood alone, an encyclopedic knowledge of this game. This is a bit of a walkthrough. It's not even just like a playthrough either. It's like a mini walkthrough, like if you're stuck on anybody. Although I did a pretty crappy job explaining how to beat Bald Bull like I did. I didn't get to show you guys his special move last time because I just KO'd him too fast, but I'll show you guys this time. Okay, now he's gonna do it, and you just have to block. And he'll do 4 of those. That's his special move. And when he rushes you, you can hit him. You can punch him square in the gut. Die. I'm just gonna kill him. Opponents, when you try to throw like any punch, will like guard you. And even if you press like up for an up punch, the second you press up, he'll guard up. So if you press up to like put their guard up, and then release it, and then do a gut punch, it'll hit them because they'll think you're throwing an up punch, but you're not actually throwing an up punch. You're throwing a gut punch, and that'll allow you to get some stars. On this fight, it doesn't really matter. That was more of a demonstration because you can always get this guy down at 1 minute flat if he does his little move. You know how to counter it. This guy is the first roadblock in this game. This fight, Mr. Soder, he is a roadblock. He is a difficulty jump like no other. He throws unpredictable punches. You don't get that much hits off of them, but then he throws these uppercuts that are like, oh, like how do you dodge that? I mean, I'm okay at him because I know what he can do, and like you can even get star punches on those. He just has a lot more HP. He's a lot more tankier. But I'm gonna show you a little strategy. If you're having trouble on Soder, like me, you do those, and then if you hold down, there's a glitch mechanic in this game. If you knock him down once, he will always start with 2 right hooks like that, and then he'll do an uppercut. And then if you gut punch him like that, you'll get a star that instantly knocks him down. That is the general idea. Yeah, like here, I'll show you it again. Look, he'll do 2 rights, so you get 2 star punches, hold block, get a star punch, and then there you go. That's how you beat him. You put him in a loop of that pattern, and then our shiny 4-headed man comes back. This rematch, you are not gonna be able to knock him out unless you use a star punch. The way I'm getting star punches is he throws counterattacks now, so if you try to hit him at all, he'll throw these, and if you delay it and then get a crap, I'm doing pretty much those counterattacks. If you wait a little and then gut punch him afterwards, that's how you get stars. You can wait for him. At the start of each knockup, he'll do a little bit of ducking and he'll be like, hey, get a star off of me. So do that. Now we gotta do this again. There we go. I just said you could only KO him with star punches. That was a lie because you can always get him on the bull charge. But you know, that's like obvious. It's Bald Bull. That's what his thing is. And look, I will not be able to KO him, watch. Look, he didn't die, and he's at 0 HP. He's pretty interesting. He's one of the better rematches. I don't know if you saw that, but Piston Honda's rematch ended faster than his normal fight, and I think that's embarrassing. Yeah, look, he's at 0 HP. He waits for you to get a star punch on him. That's the only way to knock him down. I think that in terms of Punch-Out character quality, Bald Bull is up there. He, Glass Joe, obviously my boy Kaiser, and Macho Man. Almost, I would argue almost every Punch-Out character in this game and onwards, and like the Wii version, is like extremely charismatic. Ouch! Now here comes, I would argue this is the worst fight in the game. Look at this weird punch. It's like Glass Joe's punch. Here. He throws 3, and then he throws a left hook. He'll throw, and then now 2, 3, and then left. And that is the only way to get stars on him. I don't know if you saw that just now. He didn't retaliate when I hit him. He just blocked. He only has a 50% chance to counterattack you now. So if he wants to, he can end your attempt to kill him in round 1 just because he doesn't want to attack and drain your hearts on the top left. And if you run out of those, like, look at that. He just dodged me twice. Not a fun fight. Not a fun fight. The infinite of left-right no longer works. Like, here, I'm gonna try to do it again. And you'll notice that it doesn't, you can't put him in an infinite anymore. But there is another loop you can do in this game. If you do 2 lefts and then a right upper, you can put him in another infinite loop. But if you'll notice, it doesn't last forever, and you can only do that once. So don't think you can just like, you cannot cheese this one. Look, I'm gonna try to do the exact same thing I just did. It doesn't work anymore. A little cryptic. I don't know why they designed the fight this way. Not my favorite fight in the game, not gonna lie. Now it's time for the hardest fight, outside of Tyson himself. He's hard. If you don't know how to beat him, if you don't know how to hit him, let alone knock him out 3 times in 1 round, you will be floored. Here's what I'm gonna do. This is another fight. I learned how to speedrun, but it requires a lot of focus, so I may not talk during this. Pretty much that thing I showed you that I was doing with Honda earlier with like manipulating his guard, he will not fall for that unless I do it when he's about to throw a punch, and then I will be able to punch him after the move ends and he's still guarding up for a couple frames. If I tried to hit him normally and just dodge and punch, I would do no damage to him. Like I'll put the damage on screen of this fight normally. You have to get these gut punches on him because they do so much more damage. And on top of that, he throws counter punches. You can dodge it and then throw one up punch, but then unlike everybody else, he will guard up. So you have to hit him in the gut after you hit him on the up. And you can do 3 punches afterwards. If you delay the 3rd punch until the last couple of frames, until he would block, it does significantly more damage. And it does even more if you use a right punch. The goal is to knock him down before 1 minute and 30 seconds on the account that 1 minute and 30 is when he throws his signature attack. If I do it, he will let me wail on him until the knockout, or at least somewhere close to it. I'm gonna go for it. Now I'm gonna try to get those gut punches I mentioned earlier. Hold up. There we go. Got one. Didn't quite. You have to hold up for so long. There we go. Crap, I didn't do it. Crap. He was so close, bro.
That boy ass pulled up in a Hawk machine.
You guys want to know what I'm thinking? Pretty much in Punch-Out, you can press select, and Doc will do this thing in your corner. He'll bang on your chest a little bit. That will recover some of your health between rounds. If you do it at the start of the round, when you already are at full HP, he starts you at half HP. He only does his special move at 130, or if he knocks you down. So if I miss any of these gut punches, I'm just gonna go with the knockdown strat. Let's see what happens. Oh my god, I did it. Oh my god, I did it. Now he's gonna do his move and I have to dodge it. Oh my god. Oh my god, I did it. He lets you wail on you if you land it. Okay. Now I'm gonna let him knock me down. I'm just gonna do the bug. I'm gonna go for it. I think he does it. Let's. I did it. That is not easy. Simply put, that is not easy. If you guys have played this game before and have access to it, try to do that. Not to pat myself on the back, but that That is the hardest thing. That is harder, I would argue, than knocking out Mike Tyson. This guy's a little easier, though. The only way to get stars on him is by doing the guard break thing that I've been doing. And he didn't give me a star. There we go. That's how you do it.
Ouch!
Nope. I dodged too early. That's a first. Oh, I love that animation. I love seeing it. You look so uncomfortable. Oh, I knocked him out. What? How'd I do that? I have never had that happen before. I swear, I learn something new every single time I play. Something I do think is a bit sad about this triumphant photo of Little Mac that I learned from the Game Grumps is that this is announced that he is the champion on April Fool's Day. Not necessarily the not the date you'd like to have that announced. Believe it or not, I'm actually pretty confident I can beat this guy. He is one of the hardest video game bosses in history, but to be completely honest with you, I think the hardest thing about him is trying to do it round one. I have not been able to do it yet, and I will not be able to this playthrough. Like with Sandman, you have to delay the last hit that you do on him until the last frame before he'd block, and then it does a slight bit more damage. Similar to Sandman, that's the only way to knock him out round one. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. I'm going to get as many as I can. I dodged way too early. Okay, a 128 is not possible to beat him round one because I didn't land enough frame perfect hits. However, that's all right. I'm going to see how many more I can get. I'm going to see if I can get any frame perfect hits here. If I hit him once, I did it. I'm only hitting him twice. There we go. That's one. Didn't quite get enough of those either. Not my finest display, but now I can actually show you how to beat this guy. If you just dodge and survive the first round, I'd argue you can get him pretty low, then absolutely destroy him in the second round, because in the second round, he will throw these unreactable jabs for a good 20-30 seconds. I don't exactly remember how long, but you can just block them. If you just hold block for the first couple of seconds, you will be fine. If you block them and counterpunch as early as possible, you can actually get star punches on this guy. You can actually do that. In round two, he gives you a lot more hits per counter hit. It's just in that first phase, he only lets you hit him twice. He's a lot more manageable this time around. Got one. A lot just happened there. At 130, he winks. And if you hit him, he'll do Piston Honda's move, where you have to dodge a bunch. Or block a bunch, I should say. You can get a star punch from him by hitting him there. That's how you do it. but I knocked him out there. And that's how you do it. Kind of just beat him casually. Yeah, that KO record is not accurate. It's because I was fishing for the round one kill on Sandman. If you're still watching, thanks for making it this far. It means a lot. And I'll see you guys in the next one.
Bonus stage!
Much like finally getting around to making content, I finally got around to making a Discord server. So if you want to stop by, me and Charlie are probably going to be playing the new Capcom fighting game collection, and we'd be much more happy to fight you guys than anime. Other than that, see you guys in the next one, and thanks for watching.